Now, does Rishi Sunak, son of East African nations, really believe that immigrants are going to, as he put it yesterday, overwhelm us and destroy our democracy? Seriously?
Well, I think the Prime Minister is absolutely right to issue this warning. And indeed, it's not just a warning, it's something that we have seen elsewhere. We have seen the weaponisation of migration, for example, in the conduct of Belarus in relation to Poland. There's been warnings, I believe, from Finland in respect of the conduct of Russia. But there's a broader point here, which is that we do have to reassure people that we have got control of our borders. And we cannot have this unsustainable situation where we're enriching people smugglers, the worst people on the earth, through allowing this trade in human beings across the Atlantic, across the Channel, which is why we have introduced this legislation this week. And it's interesting, the Conservative Party, all members of the Conservative Party were in support of that, in contrast to the indifference of the Labour Party, the SNP and the Liberal Democrats.
All right, I'll let you do that. But and you know I'm not a nitpicker for language, but really, immigrants are going to overwhelm us and destroy our democracy. This is quite extreme language, isn't it? And if you... and I understand your point that the Russians have used immigrants and so on, but if you hear that from your own Prime Minister and you are of an immigrant background, it's not nice.
Well, I don't think the Prime Minister meant it in that way at all. What the Prime Minister meant was, and indeed I think it's incumbent on mainstream politicians like myself and the Prime Minister and the Conservative Party to make sure that we deal with legitimate public concerns about uncontrolled migration. Okay. And that's why it's important that we have taken these measures. And I would say that is really a choice that we face between us actually being willing to grasp difficult decisions, I don't doubt they're difficult, versus the failure of the Labour Party or the Liberal Democrats or others to vote for this legislation when it came before Parliament last week. That's a contrast for the British people to decide on.